hair's all messed up. Over 2, I'm getting my blood drawn at the doctor's office. I've been fasting now since 10 o'clock last night. It's almost 12. In 16 hours, that's normal. Intermittent fasting. It's kind of sad being here. It's kind of sad being here, watching the advertisement for Ozempic at the beginning of the visit, watching this, how quiet it is in this place and how dreary it feels, and knowing that most people who are coming through these places are not going to find anything to help them improve their lifestyle other than getting punctured over and over again, so that I can get a blood test to find out that, oh, my cholesterol's high, take a drug, and it's like, no thanks, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to chase the 1 to 2% statistical average bullshit. I will do what works best for me. But most people don't know that. Most people are just following what the internet tells them, what the doctors tell them. And in my case, my primary care physician, I wish she wasn't retiring, but she's retiring. She supports everything I'm doing. She was there when I was fat, when my testosterone was low, when my blood markers were objectively horrible. And now almost everything is really, really good. But for me to have to sit here and find out a bunch of numbers that really don't matter as much as I used to think, to have my mind where I want it to be, to have my body where I want it to be, but to watch the rest of the world just continue to down spiral. It's kind of sad. I can find my own positivity, but it's sad. It's sad knowing that you can do a lot better. It's sad knowing that if Ozempic in America costs $2,000 a month, those types of medicines can range up to $2,000, when they cost about $3 to $5 to make. And in the home country, I think Sweden, they're a lot cheaper. You give me $2,000 a month, I guarantee you the health habits and the outcomes that you want sustainably, instead of needing to take a drug to justify the drug addiction that someone like me used to seriously struggle with and still does on some level when it comes to all the junk and lifestyle habits. That we can be a lot better than that as a society. But we don't worry about society, we worry about ourselves as individuals. That's what I'm here for, to help you as an individual be your best self through lifestyle, not through drugs or injections. I left the doctor's office, finally got my blood drawn. The lady was much more pleasant, the actual phlebotomist. It's a problem I've had my whole life, where most people who aren't my pediatric mother tend to miss the veins, even though I have. She even saying, like, how the hell did the girl miss all the veins? You got plenty of veins in your arms, which was much different when I was obese. But like I said, it's like being in that office, just the dreariness, the sadness, the lack of any conversations about, like, oh, when you're fasting for your cholesterol test, it's supposed to be 8 hours. And it's like bullshit if I'm sitting there eating a super high fat meal that takes like 16 hours to digest, that somehow that my blood markers are going to be accurate. Some other doctors would say 12 hours to 16 hours, even upwards of 18 hours in that context. But when you go to the doctor's office, they just follow standard numerical guidelines instead of caring about the individual patient. Oh, it's 8 hours for everyone, and you can have carrots at a time, which have sugar. You can have black coffee at a time, which will affect your certain things. It might not affect the cholesterol much, not that I care what the cholesterol test goes. That's not the main reason I'm going. I'm going for other reasons. But this is part of what I rant about, is like everything is just this black and white, yes or no numerical value. Oh, your cholesterol's 201, here's your drug. At least my doctor, who's now retiring, she would always ask questions. She'd always support the things that I'm doing, because she'd see the benefits of the diets that I was doing and the lifestyle I was doing. But now she's retiring. And to see the 30 doctors that are listed in my doctor's office for the different conditions under the one umbrella of one company who needs to profit in order to exist, making it all about profit and not about your health or mine. And it's time for that bullshit to start ending, so that people can actually take care of themselves and learn to have a better life, instead of injecting their way to misery and pilling their way to misery that I've seen time and time again, including in my life when I was 260 pounds, 120 kilos, getting nothing out of medicine other than more and more misery to justify the bad behaviors that kept me sad, that kept me crazy, that kept me sick, and is doing the same thing for most other people, where we can all learn to eat real food, to get more exercise, to spend more time in the sun, even though it's like 20 degrees outside. It's not that cold. You can't go for a walk in this weather. To love ourselves enough to make the sacrifices we need for our best selves. But it's not a simple matter of, I choose to be a different person tomorrow. It takes a lot of work. It's taking me, this is now my 9th year in my health journey, or 8.5 years in my health journey. And I'm the best I've ever been, no matter what the doctors numbers are about to tell me. I'm there for very specific curiosity than anything else. Plus, the annual physical that the insurance pays for. Might as well get it done. Anyways, rant over.